And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Let's go. Get the flag. Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. Check. It's free.
Now Jackson on first down. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now after that sack, it's third and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Touchdown. Defense. 53 from Mike.
Here's Jackson on third and long. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Here's Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And the Browns, first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Come on, QB, come on.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Past the 20. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
36-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Dumps it off to Fournette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To throw is Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts in drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run into big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. That one a first down pickup of 8. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the Ravens' 36-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Alert, alert, alert. 52, by 52. Man, that's trash.
Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. We talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Mayfield now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield now. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Throwing is Jackson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Following the interception, Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And now it's 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Leonard Fournette hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Browns drive about to get started. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's good for a Browns first down. 180. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 39.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Mayfield now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 21.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
On first down, it's Hunt. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
180. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to try.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
On 2nd and goal, Mayfield. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At the 35-yard line.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check girls, check girls, check.
Here's Jackson to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
He's brought down at the 31. Again, 2. Brings up second and 8 at the 31.
From the 31, Mayfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, and it's third down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
52. Point it right, point it right, point it right. No, check that. Hey, exit. I got one. Hey, Mike 52. Get that quarterback, D-line.
On third down, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on first and 10.
Here I come.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Mayfield now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's first and 10.
Check 27.
And again, it's Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. To throw, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Evans leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. To try again after the sack. Mayfield, and he's got the hook up to Landry. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
180! 52, come on. It's our time. It's our time.
Here's Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 44, Jackson, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Throwing again on second down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, there's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Mayfield on first down. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Matt Judon in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. They'll run on first down. Hunt. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and all the way down to the 25-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Mayfield now. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, it's Hunt, and he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Jackson now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch.
Fournette running right. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson, open man is Switzer, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 22 yards there, a first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Jackson, operating from the gun. Got a man, it's Brown. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Let's stop. A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the Browns' 5-yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And goal.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Ravens 17. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken about the 12. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
On first down, Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Now, the objective there, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Mayfield now from the 50. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards. So make it 2nd and 5. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
At the Ravens' 38-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they take a knee. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense.